So from a goal standpoint, from a mindset standpoint, it's super, super, super important. You get really clear on what you want. So every time you say, here's what I want, the next question is, why do I want it?
Right.
Here's what I'm doing. Why am I doing it? I mean, probably the best question you can ask is the favorite question of a 3 and 4 and 5-year-old. Why? Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? Why? And they were like, drive you crazy on why. And as we get to become an adult, your parents beat it out of you. You're like, stop asking me why. You ask me why one more time. Like, yeah, now I'm telling you right now at 40-something years old, and you're at 30-something years old, you got to say, ask why all the time. Why am I doing this? If you can answer that question, you're like, because I like it, I enjoy it, it's fun, it makes me feel sexy. I don't care what it is. If you say why and you're like, it's something that you like, great. If it's moving you towards your goals, great. But if it's not, I mean, for me, if I said to you, why do you want to be up at 5 a.m.? And you're like, because I need to. Okay, great. Well, is there any, and then the next question is there a different way to do it that doesn't require that I don't enjoy? If the answer is no, then shoot, get up at 5 a.m. If the answer is yeah, you just got to learn how to adjust your world and stop picking up your phone before 10 a.m. Do not flip your phone over before 10 a.m. Do your whole morning routine before you look at your phone. As soon as you look at your phone, you get freaking derailed every day.
It's true.
Don't look at your phone. So control your phone like a tool in your toolbox. If my tool in the toolbox jumped up at 5 a.m. and started smacking me in the head, or 7 a.m. and smacking me in the head, I'd break it in half, throw it in the neighbor's yard. Let it hurt, let it go beat up on them. I know I like my neighbors, so that would be cruel. I'd find somebody else to throw it in their yard that I don't like, right? So why do we let our phones do that to us? The phone is
social media.
Yeah, well, that's great. Social media is beautiful. Does social media have to start before 10 a.m.?
No.
Nope. Social media start after you decide to start your day. So you get up in the morning, whatever time that may be, you're gonna block out whatever you need, 2 or 3 hours to be able to do your morning routine. So if you're saying, I'm going to start, I'm a business person, ready to rock and roll, looking like this at 10 a.m. every day, then that's what you do, right? You do all your stuff, go for your walk, get your exercise, do your yoga, get yourself feeling good and ready to rock and roll for the day. And then at 10 a.m., boom, I'm starting my job at 10 a.m. And that's my time I chose because it's my freaking business. I'm my own boss. I can tell me to start whenever I want. Most people, if they really were their own boss, they'd have to fire themselves. Most people actually, as an employee of themselves, as their own boss, would quit. Why are you building a business that you'd want to quit if you were an employee, right? So let's build a business you love, right? So what time do you want to start now?
6:30. I think 6:30 would work.
Okay, great.
Because I am an early bird. I like the morning time. I like enjoying the sun when it's coming up. Like, I enjoy that.
Yeah, okay, good. So my thinking on it is if God wanted me to see the sunrise, he would have made it at 12 o'clock noon. So that's, from my perspective, that's the way I roll, right? Okay, so the cool part is, so now how do you implement that? Do you have a plan to implement that?
Going to bed a little bit earlier, kind of shutting down from just all technology at 9 p.m. is like the latest that I can even touch my phone. Okay,
so you're the boss. So would you tell yourself as an employee, okay, every single day, you set an alarm at 9 p.m. on your phone, shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
So at 9 p.m., what do you do with your phone?
At 9 p.m., it's going do not disturb, and it's going face down on the nightstand.
Plug it in, face down, and airplane mode or do not disturb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. And don't look at it.
Correct. Don't pick it up, no matter what.
Do not pick it up. I wouldn't even probably have it on the nightstand. I'd put it in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Put it somewhere else outside of the room.
Right.
Otherwise, it's going to be calling your name.
It's true.
And what'll happen is you'll be like, oh, let me just look this up real quick. And next thing you know, it's 11.
Yep.
Yeah. Or, hey, I wonder if that person, oh, shoot, I forgot that person responded. It's 9:01. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in airplane mode, 9 o'clock. Set an alarm on your phone. Let's try this for tonight. You ready? Dale, do you want to start doing this too? Claudia, you definitely need to do this because you suck at taking care of yourself on this stuff. You always Claudia will do anything for you. She'll answer the phone at 3 a.m. for you. I love you. But you got to be nice to yourself. Stop it. Okay.
So I miss that when you were my boss, because I used to disconnect at 5 p.m. But now I can't do it anymore. I mean, it's hard. Like you said, I mean, we are building from scratch.
Yep.
It takes a lot of work. So we need to put a little bit of more hours to make it happen. And believe me, I miss my time.
Yep.
I miss the time to be disconnected from the phone and things like that, especially the weekends. I mean,
yeah. So here's the deal. So let's get really clear on this. This is time management 101. I do this a lot more later in the program typically, because I want you to feel the pain beforehand and then start building solutions for it. But let's start building solutions for that right now. Claudia, what I need you to do is establish business hours. Okay. So let me be clear. My business hours, I can't pull it up on my phone here. My business hours today are 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Catch that? 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So I've got this call, and I've got all my other stuff calls and parts, pieces all blocked up after that. I've already got my stuff set for tomorrow, next week, and the week after, and the week after, and I've got all my parts and pieces in place. At 7 p.m. tonight, my phone I'm untouchable unless it's something I want to do. But I'm not, you just got to draw lines in the sand. Are there evenings when you can do later stuff? Absolutely. Should anybody be expecting to hear back from you at 8 and 9 and 10 o'clock at night? Absolutely not. I was on the phone on Monday night with a person in Anchorage, Alaska at 11 p.m. here. They're 4 hours behind. So it was placing a referral for a friend of mine, and I wanted to make sure I got it knocked down because I wasn't able to catch them the rest of the day. And I knew the next day was going to be back to back to back to back to back. So I was like, I'm going to pick that up right now. I was sitting outside reading a book, so it didn't bother me at all. It was a 5-minute conversation. So, but you got to start drawing lines in the sand, right? If it's after a specific hour, you got to stop. Because if you don't, you end up with this low-level noise, and you end up running really slow instead of running sprints. I want every day to be a sprint. You're hauling ass, hammer down, having a good time, tongue hanging out, and then when you're done, you're done. And if you shut it down, then the next day you can recover long enough to be able to hammer it again the next day. If you don't shut it down and do the recovery, then you can't go as hard the next day. And the day after that, you're even slower. Have you guys ever seen triathletes train?
Mm-mm.
You have to swim and bike and run. I have to have 2 or 3 swim workouts a week, 2 or 3 bike workouts a week, 2 or 3 run workouts a week. So that's how many, if I just do 3 of each, that's 9 workouts in a week. And last time I checked, there's only 7 days, which means multiple days you're doing doubles. When do you take a day off? You have to learn how to do active recovery. In the real estate business, people just like, I'm running a marathon all day, every day. It's like, doesn't work like that. I'm going to run a marathon today. And then if I do nothing for the next next 12 hours, 14 hours, I can run a marathon again the next day. Marathon takes me 4 hours. I've got 20 hours to recover. And if I'm really great at recovering that 20 hours, I can run a marathon again. Pretty amazing, right? Where we do this is like, I'm running slow everywhere all the time, and then we're just feeling dead all the time. So you got to start establishing that timeline. So for Brandy, she's like 9 o'clock, boom, done, game over, right? Claudia, there's no reason in the world you shouldn't be able to shut your phone off, put it in airplane mode at 8 or 9 o'clock at night. All of those people will be fine if you talk to them in the morning. Do you agree?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll make a log for you, Russ, just to keep her honest, okay?
Done. Done.
She starts at 6 and finishes at 10.
So Claudia, at 8 p.m. now, get in your phone right now. At 8 p.m., set an alarm on your phone. And when that alarm goes off, you shut off the alarm, put it in airplane mode, flip it over, and outside of the room. Will that make you a better mother?
Probably.
Yes. Will that make you a better wife?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Dale.
Yes.
What time's your phone getting shut off?
My phone gets shut off at 6 o'clock.
Okay. Set your alarm, 6 o'clock, done, right? And then
Yeah.
I hear all these people like, but you don't understand, Russ, I have kids. Like, you know what? We didn't even have cell phones when I grew up. We survived. Of course, we ate more bugs and dirt. Got scratched up a lot more, but big deal. It didn't kill us, right? I know that's how you grew up, Dale. It didn't kill you either. Okay, so you don't have to have this stupid thing. We have built a life around this, so get that in check. If nothing else you learn today, get that in check, and your life will be way better. Cool?
Absolutely.
Good. So Claudia, do you have your alarm set?
You want me to set it up now?
You know, yeah, absolutely. Do you know I'm going to set an alarm on my clock for 8:02, right? And you know what I'm going to do?
You're going to call me?
I'm going to call you. I'm going to text you. If it doesn't go straight to voicemail, see, it's 8:02. I can be there at 9:30. And I've got this little tap gizmo. We call it a hammer. And I'll come over, break your phone, and then you're shut down for 24 hours. Do you have repair warranty coverage on your phone?
No.
No, well, you better get it, because I think I'm going to end up breaking your phone. All right, so just do it, right? Just do it. At 7:59, text me, say, shutting my phone off, talk to you tomorrow. Sound good? So that could be your new ritual. That could be your new ritual.
Okay.
Sound good? And Dale, if she violates it, you text me, but you're going to have to turn your phone back on. All right, Brandy, does that sound like that'll work for you too?
Absolutely.
Okay, so set your alarm. What time are you shutting down?
I'm shutting down at 9 p.m. every night, no matter what. 9 p.m., whether it's my girlfriend's trying to call, no matter what it is, 9 p.m., shut down.
And just tell everybody in your world, say, hey, at 9 p.m., I shut my world down because it's on my own personal time. I'm doing my own thing, going my own direction, living life, loving life, right? And then start teaching your friends how to do this.
For sure.
Sound good?
Absolutely.
Because I don't know anybody that's like, God, I love being available 24 hours a day and on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Nobody likes that.
Nope. It's exhausting.
Okay? It's exhausting. Absolutely. Get that shutdown time. The next day, you're ready to rock and roll. You got the recovery. I'm ready to run another marathon. If I didn't get the recovery, I'm like, oh, God, I got to run another marathon. Okay? It's a great way to live a better life. Good?
Absolutely. Thanks a lot for that.
You're welcome.
Zach actually listened in on that too, and he's saying 8. He's saying 8 o'clock.
I would say realistically, 8 o'clock is probably the best number realistically, because there are people that will still try to catch you at 7 o'clock and 7:30. Once you get past 8, most people that are reasonably decent humans will leave you a voicemail and say something like, "Hey, I know it's after hours and I know it's late, and just blah 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 blah. If you could call me tomorrow," and you can actually have your voicemails just say, if you're calling after 8 p.m., my business hours are, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. If it's something on the evenings after those hours or on weekends, I'm available by appointment only. Leave me a voicemail and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
I like that idea.
Most people go, okay, that's cool, right? And then you just tell all of your customers and all your clients when you first meet them, say, hey, listen, most people in this business stink at doing a good job taking care of their time, but I'm a business person. I run my business like a business, like an expert would. And I have, my business hours during normal business hours is I typically will pick up my phone between 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. And if you need something on the weekends, leave me a message or schedule. If we schedule something, obviously I'll get together with you. But if not, I try to shut it down on Fridays. I try to shut it down at 5 o'clock because I've got things I want to do in life to live and all that stuff. I'm sure you can respect that and understand that. And most people go, oh, that's great. So if you need me on the weekends, no big deal. If it's really important, shoot me a text. And then I'll get back to you as soon as I come available. Worst case scenario, if it's not that important, then I'll shoot you a call first thing on Monday morning. Will that work for you? Yeah, absolutely. And most buyers and sellers, if you call them on Friday and say, hey, this is Russ, just touching base for the end of the week update. Just want to touch base. Here's where we are. Here's where we're doing. Here's what you can expect over the next couple of days. And should something change, don't hesitate to reach out to me. But in the meantime, if nothing changes, I'll be talking to you on Monday and let you know what happened over the weekend. For sellers, it's a great way to go. So you don't have them badgering you all weekend. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? By the end of the weekend, what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect anything that comes in. And at the end of the weekend, I'm going to talk to you on Monday and let you know what happened over the weekend. We'll do a recap. For buyers, it's like, hey, here's blah, 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 blah. Here's what we're going to do for the weekend. And if something should change or something pops up, don't hesitate to reach out to me and let me know. And we'll see if we can get it scheduled to get in there. And most of them go, okay, great. Now do you have people badgering you all Saturday and all Sunday? Nope.
He's really
just that's it's really that simple. But you've got to be very clear with them how to do business with you. And most people go, okay, that works great. Because of the volume of business I do, and because I'm a professional, I have these hours set up so that it gives me the ability to do what I need to do and get you taken great care of. And if you call me after 8 p.m. on Monday through Friday, chances are it's going to go straight to voicemail because I've got that set up as my family time, personal time. And just, leave me a voicemail and I'll call you back first thing in the morning. And then the next morning you call them and say, hey, this is Brandy and I'm calling you back like I said I would. And they go, oh, great. But you tell them ahead of time. If you call after 8, you're going to get my voicemail. And I call people back usually first thing the next morning. Between 9 and 10, I make all my follow-up calls. Or between 10 and 11, I make all my follow-up calls and get caught up. Does that sound fair? Most people go, okay, sounds good. Most people don't have a problem with that. It's just when you don't tell them and then they're wondering, they get freaked out and weird and then they try to impose their crap on you. If you tell them how to do business with you successfully, they're most likely going to do it. There's no reason not to, right? And anybody that doesn't want to do that, it's probably going to be a pain in your ass and you probably end up firing them anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Good stuff, right? So here's how to live a better life.